a little rest to brush the road from Boo's fur, and then back to our adventuring.
Tell me about Rashomon.
Oh, my friend. There is much more to know of Minsk's homeland than he could ever put into words. Boo might fare better, but his home is far stranger again. Well, in many ways, it is the very opposite of this city. The far side of Faerun, with empty plains, white forests, and peaks that pierce the very belly of the sky. But it is like the city too. Here, it is loud with the daily wailing of people. In Rashomon, it is also loud, if you know where to listen. The Telthors, guardian spirits of every root, rock, and tree. Here in the Sleeping Lands they are silent, but in the far north, they know how to speak still.
It sounds like an amazing place. Why did you ever leave?
The first time, my Dajema, a warrior's quest of proving. Minsk quickly proved that quests do not always go as the stories say. After wandering a ways and some savings of the Sword Coast, Minsk returned to Rashomon to find a welcome fit for hamsters and heroes. The Iron Lord himself came to bear witness to Boo. Minsk of Rashomon, said he, your Dajema is done. Minsk politely disagreed. Dinah here was dead, and so his Dajema could never be done. Then swear your service to me, Minsk of Rashomon, said he. Serve your land as your lord's chosen champion. Minsk politely disagreed. It was a little awkward, but he had already sworn his service to Boo. Minsk of Rashomon, said he, you insult your Iron Lord. We will settle this matter in the circle of combat. It was only polite for Minsk to agree. After they carried the Iron Lord away, the Council of Witches gave Minsk a pack of provisions and said it would be best if he continued his adventures for a time. Yes, Boo, that was before we were stone. Perhaps we are due a little homecoming when all of this is done, no?
So plants and trees speak to you? Like your hamster?
Such a skeptic, my friend. Minsk cannot prove the point to you, for the Telthors of this land lie sleeping. And for this, we had best be glad. In Rashomon, a Telthor is wind and snow and soil. In Baldur's Gate, it would be stink and stain and a far less pleasant type of soil. If my meaning is not clear, just check under your boot.
Steel Watch Foundry. Entry prohibited by order of Lord Gortash.
Gondian artificers might lack a certain worldly wisdom. There's no doubting they're masters of their craft.
You're a child at heart, Gale, admiring wind-up toys and clockwork trinkets.
I admire any who follow their curiosity to novel and unexpected means. This is how the world changes for the better.
For Lord Gortash's inspection, a panoply of 8 displays that show how foundry production is meeting or exceeding all quotas.
You are asking the impossible. Gyrometics require a steady hand and a sharp gaze. I can barely keep my eyes open. I need to rest.
You have a son, do you not? Is he as lazy and pathetic as his spineless mother?
Wait! Stay your hand, I beg you.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
Tell me, Gondian. Tell me about your son.
He's not... Yes, Overseer Holt. He's frail in body and mind like me, like all of us. Yet by your grace, he lives.
And your wife?
She was useless and interfered with production quotas. You were wise to remove her from this world. Forgive my outburst. I will work through the night. This Watcher will be operational by dawn.
I will allow it. But if your work is anything short of impeccable, your son will die screaming. Is that clear?
Yes. Overseer Holtz.
Why isn't it working?
Dread brother, stand ready. Gondians, so much as twitch, and I'll rip your tongues out myself.
You recognize the Overseer's uniform. She's a follower of Bane, the god of tyranny.
I am here to help, Gondians. Together, we can free you all.
An interloper? How did you get in here? It matters not. You revealed yourself for nothing. The Gondians wouldn't know a spine if I ripped it from their backs and beat them with it.
You're wrong. Even if we beg, even if we humiliate ourselves, it won't matter. You'll kill us all anyway.
What was that?
I said, we shall bow no more. For the glory of Gond!
I know just what to do.
Ready.
Worst nightmare.
Prinsky's motivation sequence activated.
No! The motivator! Deactivate it! Hurry!
Too close for comfort.
Talk to me.
So much blood. Oh, the smell.
Blessed be. What have we done? They're dead. They're all dead.
Relax. They can't hurt you anymore.
No. You don't understand. The Overseers hold more than our lives hostage. They have our families. And if they see what we've done, killing me will only be the beginning. God help us.
Breathe! The Overseers are gonna burn us alive for all this! Our families! Everyone!
Deal with the bodies.
Bastards deserved it. What have I done? They'll kill my wife because of this! You made me do this!
I need to dispose of them.
God help me! There's so much blood!
I could
We need
cut
to get
them up.
rid of these bodies. Right now. What a thrill. To wander the corridors of the Forge of Tyranny itself. Better keep our thoughts to ourselves. Who knows what might be listening to us here?
This place is like a glimpse into the future. No need to raise an army when you can just build one.
Smell.
The source of Gortash's Watchers. If I could get over my disgust, I might be impressed.
We need to dispose of them.
Non gufgrish of the lore. Your nervous gait betrays your presence, stranger. You don't belong here. Who are you?
I've come to free you. I already dealt with some of the Bay Knights.
Blackgaith, why? Your presence imperils us all. If any of us attempts to escape, our kin will die. The Overseers, they have a contraption. When triggered, it will kill everyone who wears a collar.
Can't you remove the collars?
You underestimate the enemy. The Overseers, they are Glixbran Rakthar. The collars are not only equipped with explosives, there is also a mechanism that alerts the Overseers if they're removed. One of us may be able to save themselves, but it would be at the expense of everyone else. We can't risk it.
Rise up in unison. They can't stop you all.
Even if we did somehow unshackle our collars simultaneously and overthrow our oppressors, there would be consequences. Our families are held elsewhere. The Overseers need only activate those contraptions they hold, and they suffer the consequences of our actions too. We cannot win. We must aid in building these Vagron.
There's always a way. Will you fight back if I free your families?
Gungal. Aye. Even more, I'd help you destroy this place.
Where are your families being held?
I don't know where they are, but some of the Overseers must. You'll have to infiltrate deeper into the foundry. Just make sure you don't get caught. If they raise the alarm, they'll trigger the collars. I will pray for you. My daughter. Her name is Obelia. Gonral Frakas Hulnesh. May Gond be with you.
Restricted area. Entrance only with Lord Gortash's permission. Violators will be executed.
You were fortunate to work shifts on the prison transport, were you not, Grandmother?
I don't need any attention right now.
I'm pleased to report that we have sourced a vessel and pilot to transport the hostages to the Iron Throne. Red Hammer is a godless fool, but his love of gold outweighs any moral qualms he might have. He will do for now. Black Gauntlet Hans Reeves.
Have you found them? Our families.
I think they're being held underwater.
That makes sense. The Bay Knights must have a way of getting to and from the prison. I suggest you search the docks. Patience. It hasn't been long.
I'm
exhausted.
Oh, Wave Mother, Queen of the Depths, hear me. Please carry Holly to her final rest in the deep wilds. Please. Sorry, are you here for Wave Servant Holly's funeral? Oh, it's already started. They're just inside.
Am I interrupting the funeral?
you're welcome to come and celebrate the life of the fallen Wave Servant. May the Wave Mother smile on you as she did Holly.
For this most holy death. Rejoice, sisters, for Umberlee has blessed her humble daughter with a pure death. Her lips blue with her kiss, her lungs full of her quenching word. Umberlee's mercy saved her from a slow, sinking death in the beast's shadow. How dare this beast sully the safety of Grey Harbor? We will find its master and send him struggling into the bitch queen's embrace. Not a sweet sleep like Holly's, but a suffocating flood of fruitless garths and bursting flesh. You, supplicant, what tribute do you bring to honor the Wave Mother's fallen daughter?
A simple prayer that the Silver Lady's light guides her soul.
The other gods do not look kindly on the bitch queen, but she looks kindly upon your prayers, priest.
Who's the deceased?
Holly, one of Umberlee's beloved wave servants. Blessed Umberlee saw fit to spare her an ignoble death. But her passing was not as the Wave Mother intended. It was a beast who took her life, an unnatural one whose very existence is an affront to Umberlee. A wretched metal monstrosity hewn by hubris. A rusting pollutant that bleeds black blood into Umberlee's pristine waters.
How did Umberlee spare her an ignoble death?
The beast struck Holly while she was swimming in Grey Harbor. She was found by some fishermen. She would have suffered a terrible, agonizing death had Umberlee not bestowed upon her the mercy of drowning.
I'm good at slaying beasts. Maybe I could help you.
The Queen of the Depths is generous to those who serve her, and her favor is far less deadly than her wrath. Find the master of this poisonous beast and slay him. Then one of her most precious gifts shall be yours.
You're reminded of the Bay Knight's submersible. Could they be connected?
This precious gift isn't drowning, is it?
That privilege is not yours to earn.
Where can I find the beast's master?
We haven't found its lair as yet. Perhaps you can find where the beast takes its slumber and skewer it before it wakes.
I suspect I know the origins of this beast. I'll see what I can do.
Salt kiss your brow. We await your return and the Beastmaster's demise. Glorious Wave Mother, pour fury upon the beast.
I'm reminded of a book Father kept hidden in a drawer. The Salty Mermaid. Do you know of it, Shadowheart?
Fabian ran his calloused fingers along Allura's scales. Her tail quivered in response.
Taste me, Allura pleaded. Fabian smashed his lips against hers, and their tongues twisted together like two eels in the Sword Sea.
The pinnacle of good trash. Even I can't forget that one too easily. Your father is a man of fine taste.
Why don't you sit down?
Wonder what's past this.
This is my time. No time to waste.
Oi! What's this? You ain't supposed to be down here, mate.
A submersible. It matches the description of the vehicle that brought the Gondian hostages into the Iron Throne.
And what is down here exactly?
The only port in this whole bleeding city that matters. Now, why are you here? Did Gortash send you?
I have questions. You have answers.
Let me guess. This is about them Umberly servants. You tell them to stay out of the way. Cap needs the right of way. He can't stop on a dime when they go darting in front of the prow.
What do you mean about Umberly's servants getting in your way?
Bloody salt is always flopping around in the water. I've almost hit one or two now. Might have even nicked one off the port bow the other day. Maybe that'll teach them to keep out of the way.
Who's Cap?
This big boy, the captain of Grey Harbour. Built him with my own 2 hands. Can take the passage between here and the Iron Throne faster than you can say, fuck the Absolute.
What goes on at this port?
Nothing without Lord Gortash's go-ahead. I transport whoever he needs taken to the Iron Throne. Prisoners, mostly, but that's his business.
The Iron Throne? That's just the place I need. What do you know?
You're testing me. All right. It's an underwater prison, most secure in the realms. Myself and Cap are the only ones who can make it there in one piece. Lord Gortash keeps some Gondians there. Collateral to keep those working in the Steelwatch Foundry under control.
Baldur Ravengard is here. He must be.
If he is, that's Lord Gortash's business. I don't ask questions.
It seems you and Cap killed a servant of Umberly on one of your latest runs. Now they want you dead.
Oh, yeah? And are you here to make good on that?
You're as guilty as the people who imprison the Gondians.
And you're the judge, jury, and executioner, is that it? Yeah, right. Say goodbye, kid.
No time to waste.
Aren't you the intrepid little adventurer, digging and diving where you don't belong?
I'm here to rescue the hostages, Gortash.
Wrong. Your presence here is the only real threat to their survival. Dead, they're no use to me, so I keep them safe, after a fashion. I've prepared for this eventuality, and if you interfere, I will destroy the Iron Throne. Return to the docks, or the deaths of everyone inside will be on your conscience.
Your mind turns to the Gondian hostages, bound in fear, their futures hanging by a thread in Gortash's web.
Fuck you, Gortash. I'm docking.
That was a mistake. When the corpses start to wash up on the shore, remember, you could have prevented all this.
wetness grasps at your mind. A voice, familiar to you from the Underdark, wraps itself around your brain.
You must act with haste. Duke Ravengard is held within these walls. He must be extracted.
Omelum? Is that you?
Normally I would find your people's lust for pleasantries amusing. Unfortunately, we have no time. There are many hostages here. Duke Ravengard chief among them. He needs your help.
Where are you?
Do not concern yourself with me. The city will be best served if you save Duke Ravengard.
Tell me what to do.
Duke Ravengard is held in the security wing. Be careful. There are many hazards. This structure is collapsing. Act with speed. Act with efficiency. Good luck.
Destroy them, and quickly. We need to find my father.
Ravengard. He's still alive.
My deepest thanks to you.
Father, come! Mazora's here. We need to get moving.
Zora. She's the one. The one who...
My pet, I was hoping you'd bound along. A bargain's a bargain, and I've come to see it through. Mia Furia. Kneel for me.
What are you doing?
Exactly what you asked for. Now, stand back and enjoy the show.
As I can, but hurry. We have little time.
upon exiting the submersible. Unlike the Iron Throne, you remain intact. So, it seems, will the families of all the hostages rescued from the throne. Duke Ravengard approaches you, looking confused.
He's tadpoled, but under my protection now, just like you. His mind is his own again.
Father? Will... Gods, it pains me to look at you. By Baldur's graces, why have the hells ordained you to save me?
Your tadpole resonates with Ravengard's. The exhausted Grand Duke is a flurry of emotion.
Have a heart. Your son is a hero. We saved lives here today, including your own.
By every last hell, son, you're on my head.
Ravengard's head still aches so powerfully the pain seeps into you. The Absolute may be silenced, but the Duke's parasite still remains.
I know you have questions. Please, go to our camp. You'll be safe there. We'll talk soon enough.
Ravengard answers with silence. He and Will have much to discuss.
Gods, we made it! We actually made it!
I'll say... I can't thank you enough. I was certain that place was to be my cold, wet tomb. You saved us! Saved us all! I thought it impossible, but you did it! We were kept hostage to control our families and the Steel Watch Foundry, to keep them building Gortash's death machines. Please. They need to know what happened here. They have no reason to obey Gortash anymore. If they rebel, it'll put a dent in Gortash's steel might.
How do you think I found you to begin with? Your father sent me.
He did? Of course he did! I knew it. I knew he would do something.
Your world's air. I never imagined missing its feeling on my skin. Curious. I owe you a great debt, Sunchild. One I shall repay. When I return to the surface, I will alert my colleagues at the Society. Find me there, and I will offer you what aid I can against this evil.
I'll get to your camp. We'll talk there.
I think I've had my fill of underwater misadventures. Let's get back to the surface world before any more perils seek us out.
The sooner we're back on solid ground, the better.
Father will be waiting in camp. It's about time we talked.
The bay is tainted with black blood. The Wave Mother's citizens wither and choke. Did you do this?
I saved these hostages from an underwater prison. No harm to the sea was intended.
So often the Wave Mother pays the price for the sins of men. But you killed the Beast's master. You've earned this. The restoration of the harbor will take a long time. Black blood clings and stinks like death itself. With the Bitch Queen's blessings, we take our leave.
It's over! It's finally over! We're safe!
I bet you're pleased with yourself. Saving Ravengard and making a fool out of me in a single swoop. Go on, do your gloating. You've earned it.
Damn right I did. My father is safe and my chains are broken.
It's a trick. It's got to be. A bargain's a bargain, right?
Indeed. A bargain's a bargain. And the man who skirts a sworn pact is living on borrowed time. For now, you've tipped the scales in your favor. But all it takes is a whisper for me to tip them back.
What did you mean about tipping the scales in your favor?
Why look for hidden meaning when the words are laid so bare? Besides, now is a time of celebration. I am sure you and Duke Ravengard have plenty to talk about.
I want you out of here. Now.
I'm afraid that's not an option. I'm quite stubborn, you see. Take a swing or a stab if you want, but I'll just slip away for a breather. One of the perks of being a half-devil, of course.
If you're going to be staying, I need something in return.
Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
First you cleave my heart in twain, now you shatter it to pieces. My son, a monster. Twisted beyond recognition. To think my blood flows through those veins. Is this my fate? To be freed from Gortash's hell, only to be trapped in yours?
It isn't what you think. It never was.
You turned your back on me, on your city, to chase the she-devil and her power. She stinks up the place even now. It is exactly what I think.
Here, let me show you what really happened all those years ago. Why Will really made the pact with Mizora.
Ravengard's tadpole clenches as your memories and Will's flow into him.
My tears wounds. I'm in your mind.
The Grand Duke sees Mizora and her infernal sisters. He sees the agony in Will's face as an impossible choice is set before him.
No. My son.
The past becomes present, and Will's thoughts are laid bare. Ravengard sees Will partnering with Mizora to defeat Tiamat's cultists before they could lay siege to Baldur's Gate, and he sees everything beyond. The Nautiloid journey, the perilous path to Moonrise, the astral prism, and the Emperor within.
Well, everything I did for Baldur's Gate. I did for you.
It's the truth, Ravengard. Will has always been a faithful defender of Baldur's Gate.
My son. You sold your soul to save Baldur's Gate, and I cast you out for it. You gave yourself to the Hell's eternal fires so I might walk free. By the gods. Can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. You wanted to protect the city. I only ever wanted the same.
You are a better man than most, and a better son than I deserve. I'll yet make amends, but my duty is first and foremost to the city and its people. There's something I must ask of you.
Go on.
Before I was captured, I was on a mission. Returning from Elturel, I discovered the plans of the Absolutists. I immediately realized the city couldn't defend itself against such an army. I didn't despair, because the city has a secret guardian, A worm that sleeps beneath. He can be called upon in times of great need. This is such a time. You've been trained in the ways of the great champions and proven to be one of them. The worm will answer your call. You must seek him out.
What lessons do you mean?
Courage, insight, strategy, justice. I remember them well. You made me recite them every morning.
So you do. And I thought you'd abandoned them. More fool me. The worm goes by many names. Ansur, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Baldur he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened. But just the once. Since then, the city has faced countless threats, but we always overcame. There was never a need to call on the worm. Until now. The Absolute is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. The worm must be awakened, and the task falls to you. Take this. The legend of Ansur. An ancient epic. Ill-remembered. Dismissed as a mere tale. Let it set the path before you.
Wouldn't you rather wake the dragon yourself?
The legend has it that Ansur will only answer to a proven hero of the city. Until a moment ago, I thought that was me. But is he who rejects his own child a hero? What of he who calls his brave son a monster? You showed me the truth. You showed me that I was the one who turned his back. You showed me that Will may be the future of Baldur's Gate, and well beyond it.
Your faith in Will is well-founded. We will seek the worm and ask for his help.
Thank you. And may the city know the truth of my only son. Pride of Ravengard. Pride of Baldur's Gate.
We'll finish what my father couldn't. We'll awaken Ansur, the heart of the gate. O Baldurin, founder due veneration. His guardian dragon Ansur, tremendous in worth. A savior below, our eternal elation.
It's an incredible tale. What do you make of it?
It's not just a tale. It's a history. Consider this. To Wormway 'neath prison's deepest level. That must mean Worm's rock prison. That's where we'll find the entrance to this Wormway. Then this. With the shock of a true hero's spark flickers, the torches alight, and Worm's eyes shall awake a glitter. To open the way, we'll need to spark torches. This dragon Ansur was Baldurin's ally. We'd be fools to let him sleep while the dead Three's chosen raised the city.
Reunited with your father. How does it feel?
It's complicated. There's the joy of reconciliation, the relief of forgiveness, and the anxiety of new expectation. It's a flurry of emotion. I'm not sure how to make sense of it.
Focus on the joy. You've restored family ties, re-established a deep bond.
Joy. To my father, I was only ever a boy. Incredible that he can see the man I became. Once all this is ended, once we've crushed the brain and freed the people, I could once more call Baldur's Gate home. Whether I return there, well, only time will tell.
A letter from Orin.
Gortash's metal mannequins will not dance to your tune. They only dance to his. To set yourself against their steel is to invite domination. So why slice the strings of one, when you might make one cut to sever them all? Seek the blackened heart of their foundry, and tear it out. Then the lordling will play puppet master no more. Orin.